You're listening to the Podcastle. Tweet us at _Podcastle. The question that the world has tonight is what is going on with this Scandoval? Everybody's talking about it, but here to answer that question, we have Nicole Golden, Nicole Gaspar, Heather Cyran, Jessica Compton, my wife Jennifer, and I am ClarkTheShark, and we're also coming live from Serendipity Cafe and Bar in Moore Park. Okay, so Ariana is who's her guy?
The worm with the mustache, Tom Sandoval.
The worm with the mustache, and James is the British dude.
Yes.
So Ariana and Tom were together, and then he cheated on her with Raquel.
Rachel.
Yeah. Her real name's Rachel. She calls herself.
And Rachel's the chick with the brown hair that's short.
Yes.
So Ariana, just from a guy's point of view, generally speaking, more attractive than Rachel, to the naked eye.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Rachel
So-
is she America or
No, she never won anything.
She's done nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the running for it. Never placed ever, but she's the beauty queen, Lisa calls her.
but now she's too old.
Yeah.
I think she got Miss Sonoma.
Is it Sonoma?
Miss Sonoma, that's something like that. But she's still, full of crap. She did the whole smoke and mirrors for that most people come to LA doing, pretending to be something else that they're not. So Sandoval ended up being a total worm with a mustache and a narcissist.
Who's a pirate?
No, Sandoval's the guy that was saying, "Get that camera out of my face." But he is on a reality TV show. It's kind of expected, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So let me start off with Nicole Golden. So you're a big fan of the show?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character overall?
Oh gosh.
Ariana.
All of them.
Our
I
queen.
go way back from the beginning, but
From the
I have
beginning.
to say, right now I am 100% Team Ariana.
How about you, Nicole Gaspar? Who's your favorite?
This is my first season really watching, and I'm gonna go with Lala as my favorite.
Amazing.
Lala.
She's the Chloe. She's the Samantha.
Yes.
Lala.
Yes.
Heather, how about you?
I've watched since day one.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Katie and Lala. They're my favorite. I think Katie she's come out and shown everything turned this season is showing how she got gaslit and pushed down by her partner, the other Tom. And I think she really I think she's coming into her own now and she's really on fire, and I'm really happy for her. But I love Lala. You can't not love Lala. And obviously I'm Team
And
Ariana.
She's been straight out.
Yeah.
At the beginning, her and Katie have called this and
They saw
Really?
straight
Oh,
through,
yeah.
straight
They
through.
knew
Do you want
it
to
was going
see
to
the
happen.
beginning?
Hated on
Do you
them.
want to see the beginning of this? Because I have it queued up how this all started, and you'll actually see how fake Tom Sandoval really is, because he's
So
just
fake.
so watch what he says when Sheena talks about her husband cutting his hair.
Hold on real quick.
Best
What's
reaction.
Jessica? Who's your favorite character?
Stop. I just love this entire ensemble. I could go
Really?
on about this for hours. We're obviously Team Ariana. Something about her we stand forever. I think James Kennedy became the #1 guy in this group this season.
Yes.
And he's not always the best guy, but I feel like when you're just showing your life on TV, it's not always shiny and perfect.
He knows how to sell it.
Yes. So from an entertainment perspective, he's always entertaining to watch. His interviews are always on point. So I'm going to go James.
And Jennifer doesn't need to say, I hear it all the time. Tom Sandoval's her favorite. I've been hearing that since day one.
Oh, yeah.
Even more so
front
since
door.
March.
That's fucking weird.
The face.
So they're at the
Also-
Abbey and they're dancing, and that was clue number one.
At 1 a.m.
Yes.
At 1 a.m. in the morning.
Without
Well, if they're at the
Ariana.
Abbey at 1 a.m. dancing, I can see having a few drinks, but if they're there alone,
Yes.
Yes.
there's some red flags going on right there.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how long did Ariana
God, could
and
you
Tom
imagine?
Sandoval date before?
9
this?
years. Almost 10
Oh,
years.
so they're almost engaged practically.
They
She
live
never
in a
wanted to
house.
get married.
Yeah.
They have a
Froze
house together.
her eggs for him to implant.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
during this situation.
Yeah, he gave his sample to get checked and
No,
everything.
Well, yeah, to get
This
checked.
season, yeah, they have a house together. They have multiple businesses together. They're like as entangled as possible as two people could be.
They live in Valley Village. They're still in the same
Yeah.
house together.
So why did he cheat on her? Like, what was?
Because he's a worm with a mustache.
She has a reputation of doing this though.
But so does he.
Yeah, but
since
so
day
does
one.
he. Yeah.
But
Does
he said-
everybody cheat on each other in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like I watched the season. I feel like I watched
Not
season
cheating.
1 when it
He did
came
not
out,
cheat
and there was
on
all
anybody.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but not on a partner of 9 years after you've purchased a house with a best friend behind their back for 7 months.
Okay, how many people here think, sorry to interrupt you, but I just have to ask, how many people think this relationship has been going on longer than 7 months?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a clip just I saw today, and it was of two people at a restaurant and that they knew, and they were just joking, taking a picture of a video of Sandoval and Rachel in a booth, and they're sitting this close and they're whispering in each other, like trying to, but it was so obvious, and they didn't realize they were taking a video of like two cheating people until they got in their car and they know each other, and they were like, oh, I can't send this to Ariana. This looks really bad. Like something's wrong here.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, it was, and they were like two, like a couple that was sitting in a bar talking, and you're whispering in each other's ears, and you're sitting like closer than Nicole and I are. Yeah, it's been going on for a long time.
He's
Yeah.
been a worm for a while.
Well, he
yeah.
paid
Oh, yeah.
for James. James was engaged to Rachel, and he paid what friend pays 15,000 for your other friend's engagement?
So
The
he
right-
didn't pay though, right? He collected the money.
But part of
No,
it,
he paid
Right.
15,000 of his
At
own
least.
money
he did
That's
not-
towards
insane.
out of his own
think it's
pocket, not
about-
production. Yeah.
Also,
Also-
he said it's a tax write-off. I don't think so.
That-
Lisa,
and that
where does Lisa
probably
fall
is.
into this? Does Lisa Vanderpump get involved in like?
Oh, can we just see how Lisa
Uh,
defends him? She pisses me off so
Lisa.
badly.
But
Yeah.
Katie, oh no, Ariana and Lala came for her at the reunion,
Yes.
and I was so
I was proud of them.
proud of them. And even Lisa was like shocked. Like,
Thanks,
one
Tom
Tom
line-
Sandoval has kind of a Johnny Depp thing going on. For that
No, he
reason, I kind of feel
doesn't.
sorry for him. Think he should get a
No.
pass.
No,
You
you
should.
get it.
Try.
Get it,
So
Matt.
is he? Does he? So this obviously helped the show's rating. So he's going to stay
Oh,
on the
yeah.
show, or are they like? What's going to happen? How is this all going to play out?
I've read that Rachel's family do not want her to
Yeah.
return. That
Really?
they want nothing to do with the show. They've called the FBI because they're getting death threats supposedly.
Who is the Ariana's family?
No, Rachel's family.
Oh yeah.
That there was a bunch of rumors, but now her family is sort of taking control a little bit and said
Now-
that they don't want her to return.
That's an interesting backstory. Is Rachel? Anybody know the backstory? How the mother didn't want to have her baby, and who wants to tell Matt the story? But this is how this girl became this.
yeah.
Fucked up as she
What's
is.
this backstory?
She's crazy.
She her mom did not want to have a child and was having a bunch of issues, and Rachel was raised by the mother's sister and her husband.
Yeah,
Okay.
she had
Gra-
2 kids that were 10 years apart and said, I'm done. I don't want any kids.
I'm
But
good.
I'm going to gift this baby to you because you want one and I don't want it. So here you go. There's a gift, a baby.
So you're welcome.
You know what
And
that
Grandma
does to a
Buttons.
person?
She has Grandma Buttons, who I was team Grandma Buttons last season, and now
Matt, it's like my mom giving me to Aunt Rita, and I keep looking at my shitty siblings going home and not understanding why I can't go too.
Oh no. So
Pretty much.
does anyone on the show have kids?
We all.
Yes.
We all do.
Oh, on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, on the show, yes, Lala
Lala,
does.
Sheena
And
does.
Sheena.
So who's Lala?
Lala
She's one of
Jackson
like the
Brittany, who will
servers.
be coming back.
Lala was a hostess. But yes,
Okay.
she was
So-
a server.
So what do you guys think? So we're in a new season now of Vanderpump Rules. Is this is it kicked off already, or is it happened, or is it over?
No,
Like,
I thought they weren't sure if they were gonna film because something was gonna be released in the third.
They're holding back contracts until the third episode of the reunion for some big surprise that they're dangling.
oh,
We're all trying to figure out
I
what the
think-
hell it is.
I
I
think
read a blind item today that the
Right.
big thing is that Lisa has
Yeah.
known since September,
So
and
we-
that they
she
right.
went on Twitter and
really?
threw down that she didn't. So she doubled down, which she did not know on Twitter. So if that is true, she's gonna get roasted. And the producers say that these people forget all the time that their mics are on and they're listening in one ear. So they're hearing everything all the time. You better believe they knew about this Rachel.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like she knew about it, right? I mean, how do you not know if all that,
She knew,
where there's
she knew,
smoke,
she
there's
knew.
fire, if all
She
that's
knew.
happening?
I honestly think that what's gonna happen is Sheena's gonna find out that Raquel got with her husband Brock.
Not Brock. No.
Because they
think-
shared the same bed.
No, she said she would trust her husband sharing the same bed. That's what she said. That's how close she was to Raquel, that she was like so confident in Raquel as being like a good friend, good person, that she trusted him to be in bed with her husband. Like
Well,
if they were sleeping in the same
I
bed.
think it's gonna be her. It's Randall Emmett that she got with.
Oh, maybe.
But I don't think if it was Randall, I don't think people would have a problem coming back. Because I think Lala at this
Lala
point
would.
is so done with Randall Emmett that she's like, that wouldn't surprise her, I think.
Who's
So
Randall
another
Emmett?
theory
Where does he
was-
fit into this whole scenario?
Lala,
That's no, well, not husband.
Well, not even.
Beyonce.
Baby daddy. Baby
Baby's
daddy.
daddy.
Okay.
And he's
Yeah.
going to jail for like child porn.
Allegedly.
Oh.
Whoa, okay.
Allegedly.
Let's
Really?
look at
So-
the clip where Lisa defends him and Lala pops off. So
She defends Randall?
No,
She
no.
defends
No, she
Tom.
defends.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah, she defends Tom, and I do not know why Lisa just keeps defending him because it just literally
That's the most
it's
annoying
such a
thing to see.
bad look for Lisa.
Worse.
What is the,
Yeah.
who's the chick, the blonde that was just talking?
Lala
Lala.
What's
Got with
tattooed on
Raquel
her?
too.
What's tattooed on her arm?
801.
801.
What is that?
It's Utah. It's the area code for Utah, 801. She's
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Because if you're gonna
I
mark your body up forever, might as well do it.
I mean,
might as well
hey,
do an
yeah.
area code.
I'm definitely not putting
So-
Avery
We're not
on
gonna
there.
What Tom Sandoval is he? Who are his allies left on this show? Does he have any
Schwartz.
friends?
Schwartz
Yeah,
and
she was-
Rachel.
Rachel.
in Mexico.
So before this all
Actually,
blew up,
that's right.
before him and Rachel got it on, was Rachel friends with Ariana? Were they like
Oh,
Best
Oh,
friend.
yeah.
best
Friend.
they were best friends?
Yes.
So why did she do that? What's
Because
what's
she's
her?
the
insane.
worst.
Needs men's approval.
She clearly needs the
Yes.
attention, and that she broke up from a long-term relationship, and she's looking for anybody to give her the attention and the, you know.
I also think she's a fame whore. I think she's
that.
cast. I think
Mhm.
she's homie hopping and cast climbing to get
Yep.
herself. She waited for
Get her own
3
show.
hours on New Year's Eve to meet James Kennedy at Pump, which is how they started dating.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
she's
then-
a star fucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, now I can be with this other guy who owns a bar.
Truth.
But I think Lisa keeps defending them because I really believe she's of that old school. Boys will be boys, and you know.
Yeah,
thing.
that
And
English,
So,
that English
according-
background.
Yeah,
looks
And
the
she
other
has a
way.
financial
Depends on the
interest in the show, right?
She's
Like
getting
she's
paid.
a producer. Yes. So the longer he's on, you know that we're gonna watch to see what kind of wormy shit he's up to.
Yeah.
And that's her interest. And
A
when
source-
she like shot up Ken Todd with some uppers and had him stroll into that kitchen to say,
that was so
I, I can't believe Tom
Gave him some-
Sandoval was in the jacuzzi.
Gave him
And
some
that
uppers and said,
direction,
"Hey,
yes.
this is what's going on."
Yeah.
Who? So
bad.
according to the according to TMZ, it's Raquel Leviss. Leviss.
Yes.
She was getting death threats on social media saying they're going to tear you from limb to limb, and they say it's understandable why people hate her for the Scandoval, but to elevate that hate to the point of threatening Raquel. See, I think because they have such a it's such a big show, so many people follow it. How do you go into this thing? And I'm not advocating violence or anything like that, but how do you go into this not knowing that this is people are going to hate you forever for this? I mean, it
Well,
sounds like a
there's
big
so many-
risk to take.
Good
Well, he
Lord.
So many
tried to
layers.
paint Ariana as like a bad girlfriend. I think.
Yeah.
To switch out the girls like off season or whatever.
which was
Was
the
she a
same
bad
one.
girtly though? To even to a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
Same
the
one.
same. So Kristen was his girlfriend when they were in their 20s.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the beginning of the show.
And so, and then also, so all of them have cheated on people except for Katie, but they all did it when they were younger. I mean, literally in their 20s.
Like
So
early
now
20s.
Tom is 42.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
42.
And that's why they're like, you can't compare this to what all of us did when we were younger because we're all grown adults and you're in an adult relationship with someone that you own a house with. And now you're going to go out and get with this girl
Yeah.
who was married to your friend. or not married, but engaged,
Life
engaged
partners,
to
yeah.
your friend.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, there's so many layers.
So funny because he roasted Jax back in the day for
He
needing
did.
to grow up, and this is
Oh,
like man stuff.
accountability. You need to be accountable,
And he did
Katie.
that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was
Oh.
like,
And he
that's
told
an age
Kristen
well.
at that like season 3 or season 2 reunion when she started sleeping with James, and he said, I won't sleep with your friends because I have morals.
Oh my God.
That
He's a
did not,
morale,
he
moral
did not
kind of
age
guy.
well. Yeah,
Not.
for
Nothing
clearly
aged well,
not.
I-
But it made him
Yeah.
feel alive, okay?
Yeah.
But Matt, you have to see, like, the thing is like what Rachel did was she was doing all of this while she would go on camping trips with Ariana and put her arms around her and tell her how much she loved her and how all of
Yikes.
this with her group. I mean, there's so many situations because we found this out after it filmed to
Yeah.
looking back at it, and it was just so malicious.
Yeah.
It sounds
Oh my
like it.
God.
How did she find out? Like, how did this all break?
Oh, that was a good
Talk
one.
about it.
It was Tom was doing one of his, he does like cover band, like D band. I mean, it's
Like,
bad.
basically.
Like
Nerd alert.
he sounds like a
Wannabe,
walking
yeah.
peacock. I mean, it's terrible. And so they were at one of the shows, and his phone fell out, and someone handed it to his girlfriend, Ariana. Like you would hand it to Jen. Like, here's hold Matt's phone. Like that's just normal. And she says that something in her head made her think, I should check this phone. So she went in the bathroom, which she doesn't usually check his social media, nothing. She just believes him, right? She goes in the bathroom in the stall. She opens up his phone. There's nothing in the text messages. So she's like, okay, like no big deal. She opens the pictures, and it's a screenshot of him and Raquel FaceTime, like phone sexing. Yeah.
Whoa.
So she got like the visual of it.
Wow. That's terrible. That poor
Not just
girl.
hearing it, seeing
This
it.
is him
Yeah.
at his show right there.
It's embarrassing, really.
That's
horrifying.
him in the red pants, Matt.
You don't even need the sound. If you just look up a sound
Yeah, I'm
of like
glad we
a
don't have
ferret,
it.
like a ferret getting an enema, that's sort of like
Yes.
what this deal is.
See, that's the problem with actors and musicians
Oh, God, look at
thinking
that.
that one can do the other. Well, if
Pants.
I can act, I can
Yeah,
sing.
not
And that's
even-
the
yes.
Candy Club.
Unless you're like Frank Sinatra or
Yeah.
like Johnny Depp or somebody that can actually do both well, like you need to just stick
Was-
with your craft, man.
Is that
Because
the
he's
girl that
pretty
he
bad,
slept
right?
With? He
Oh,
slept
he's
with one of the
awful.
girls in his band.
bad.
Was that the girl
He's
he
a
slept
wannabe
with?
Johnny Depp.
No, they
And
said
he
it was a
pays
blonde.
for that band to play with him.
Yes.
Oh, he pays for them.
Which is
They're all
embarrassing.
studio musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the drummer is the one who was at the Labor Day party who was supposedly he was taking a shit and couldn't get a ride with
Wait.
and left him.
Justin,
Well,
yeah.
and the drummer.
Most
his
extras. Is that the name of his band?
Yeah.
Yes, Tom Sandoval, the most extras. Oh God,
It's
it
pretty
sounds-
bad
Yeah,
when the name is
can't
behind
watch
you.
this.
It's
I've
a
never
great
seen a
band.
band
I
play
can't.
where their like name is behind on a screen.
I
You
Oh
don't
my
even know who you're
gosh.
seeing.
Yeah, no, full
Hot
body
Sandy
douche
dog.
bumps every time.
No, what's going to happen from here? Do you think? Like, what's the
We
next
don't know.
steps?
There's so
It-
many options.
Okay, so I think honestly, I
Tell
think they
me.
have to put him back on that show.
Absolutely.
Because the drama of it all, it would be, I get we want to see the girls open their sandwich shop, and we love watching Lala like live her new life and like hooking up with people, and we love James. Obviously, he's like MVP of the season.
And Allie, I love Allie.
Love Allie.
Yes, but we need the drama from Tom, and Tom unfortunately kind of is writing like the whole.
But if you
I agree.
look at the Yelp reviews of Sandy and Schwartz,
Yeah.
they have like
They're
3
roasting.
stars. There's nobody there. They have horrible
Oh.
reviews.
Well, we'll be going this
Horrible.
week, and we will be bringing it live to definitely show you. But Matt, this is when it all broke. This is when it hit the fan. Watch this.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, I can't with this.
Either.
No.
Me either.
I
I
can't.
can't
I
either.
can't.
I
It's so
cannot.
weird.
This is when they first
Why
got
do you
caught.
do this?
Right here.
look
Yeah,
at
I
her face.
She's
I was just so
smiling.
curious to know what it would be like to
And the galaxy
be
lights.
physical with someone that you
So
love.
she didn't love James?
Because I already knew that I loved him as a friend.
Raquel Leviss sharing her side of the story of her 7-month affair with Tom
I
Sandoval.
think it was longer than that. Honestly, it was.
I
way
think it
longer
was
than-
when she was still with James. I think is
Yes,
when
I
it
agree.
started.
100%.
Has Raquel been there since the first season?
No. He was with
It's 10
Kristen and
seasons.
cheated on Kristen the exact same way, but with Ariana.
And he even uses
Really?
the same language to justify it. Like he'll say, like when he was breaking up with Kristen, it's like, I feel like just my presence annoys you. He said that about Kristen, and then he just said the same thing to Schwartz about Ariana.
My gosh. What is he gonna what is he, where does he go from here though? Like there's nothing he can do,
imploded.
right?
Yeah.
He
To
can't really
hell,
recover
man.
from this.
Straight to Hades is where he goes.
Yes.
Doesn't he look like
He
a
has
if,
to
get money,
crawl
though.
his way back up, and I don't think he's gonna get there. So
if you didn't know him though, like let's say you didn't know anything about him, just like I do, he looks like a sleazy kind of guy.
He does porn star sleazy.
Better
Yes,
in earlier
porn star.
seasons.
He's never been cute.
No,
though.
not cute, but like I could see
Schwartz
the
is
appeal.
always-
I could too. Yes, same. And
He's
I
like a
always
bad
kind
boy
of, and I'm
girl.
going to say something controversial yet brave, if you'll allow me. I always kind of liked Tom throughout the up until that. Now I know, but
Mm-hmm.
I
He
mean,
did something for
always
you where
been
you're like,
cheaper.
I can see.
yeah, I
something
could
there.
see it. I could kind of see it. Like I thought him and Schwartz, like it was just like their cute little like bromance.
I always thought they were gonna get together.
Right?
His mustache
Always
isn't
thought
helping
Schwartz
anybody
and
though.
Sandy
It
were
is
gonna be
not.
united.
Which makes him look like a creep. Like
A little
Yeah.
bit.
You're
Few
doing-
men
yeah.
can really rock a mustache. Otherwise, you look like you're in a white van somewhere giving out candy.
Yes, like he's about to sell an 87 Chevy to you for a great deal. It's only got 872,000 miles on it, and
Right.
you got it. It's
I
all
see him-
yours.
I picture him selling candy to kids out of a rusted old van
Yeah.
downtown,
We
Skid Row.
respect our kids the way
yeah,
we
which
do.
you would
Yeah.
not let your child go up there.
No.
Where is Sandy and Schwartz at this bar? Where is it located?
In the
Uh,
like
Hollywood.
yeah,
It's
but, like,
between
outdoor
101 and 134.
Oh,
in
it's
a
right here.
mall with a dog shampooer.
Yeah,
if
there's
that-
nothing
Yes.
around
Yes.
it at all.
But those
And
lobster
would,
corn
like,
dogs, I
it's
need
on
to
a
know what they
destination
taste like.
center.
The lobster corn looks so
Ew.
disgusting. I'm sorry. Like, no.
A lobster corn dog. Why even
lobster.
mix
Yeah,
it
It's not
so-
two?
bad reviews.
That's like making ketchup cereal or something. You just
Lobster-
don't do it.
Really good.
Yeah,
so.
she
He
did.
is here.
She tried the lobster corn dog, which looks
It
repulsive.
is on Yelp,
yeah.
but
A
not bad
lobster corn
reviews.
dog anyway.
And I heard that the baby shark was terrible.
Really?
He's not even a
Really?
good area. Look where he's
Yeah.
located, off of Los
Look where he
Feliz and
is.
Franklin.
Like that's
Right across from the Church of Scientology.
Oh no! You
Cardio.
could pick up some
Bad.
Dianetics, grab some lobster corn dogs.
Is
make
Sandy and
anything of
Schwartz
it.
where the 101
love
cafe
her.
used to be?
Oh, remember? No, it's in a strip mall. It's in a
This is-
strip mall.
Yeah, this is
It's
a strip
closer-
mall.
closer to the 101
It
on
used to be a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, so does he hang out there though? Like if you went, is he like?
I don't think he ever
Well,
has a store.
I,
yeah.
I read that he's in
Right.
Texas right now with a new blonde
He had to
girl.
get his nails
He's-
done.
yeah.
To
Yeah,
make
that's
it
right.
work.
Get his
Decision.
Oh,
I did
So-
find a Clark Street diner, but go
Is-
on. He
is-
is with an
Is Ariana
influencer.
and Tom, are they ever going to get back together?
No,
absolutely not.
No.
This is done
No.
forever.
boyfriend.
Yes.
he's
And
really
he's
Yeah.
good.
hot
Yeah.
and she's happy.
And she's doing everything. I mean, she's doing every brand deal.
Yeah.
And the girl is like,
She's on fire.
It's on fire.
she's doing
Yeah.
that hot man with a man bun at Coachella.
Yes.
Coachella, yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
Who's the new guy? Is he like a he's not
He's,
there from the show?
he's like a fitness trainer,
Really
like influencer.
They went to
Yeah, it's
Coachella.
super
or
cute. Yeah,
somewhere.
Coachella.
Oh, he's not on the
She
show
was-
I
though.
can find
He
him.
went to like Watch What Happens Live. He lives in New York, and so she was hanging out with him when she was there for Watch What Happens Live too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she would
and-
never cheat on him.
No, she's
No, our
So he
queen.
really lost.
ride or die.
Sounds like a really nice person, but he really screwed this whole thing up.
Yeah. This
Oh, he
is-
so
one
did.
just walked by going to the bathroom
Yes.
and heard us talking about this. And she's like,
She
turned
stopped and
around.
she
She's
goes,
like, you're
"Are
talking
you-"
about Sandoval?
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
This is,
Literally,
this,
But she
that's
came
a
out of
fact.
the bathroom.
It's taken over.
Yeah, it has.
this is Daniel Way.
Oh, he's I
Yes.
love
Way.
that. Good for her.
Yeah.
Get it, Ariana.
Get it.
Look,
Hit it.
Not a
Yeah,
mustache
she's
in
doing
sight.
everything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no stashes.
No stashes, no lobster corn dogs.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Wow, that
Yeah.
was fantastic.
That
Have you guys been to any of the restaurants or the bars that they in the
Yes.
show? Like,
I've
what are
been
your favorites?
Sir.
Have you?
And
Sure.
Bill Blanca. Yeah, I have.
you?
Yeah.
We're talking about going as a group.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely like tune in when we're there.
And now Pump
Oh,
is
yeah.
closing.
Yes, it's closing. We're trying to go before it closes.
Yeah.
We want to kind of do like a pub crawl of like Schwartz and Sandy's and Pump and
Yeah, that
And
would
hit
be
Hamburger
fun.
Mary's.
Yeah.
I want to hit Hamburger Mary's because
That's what
you
we're
said it
spending the
was
most
right
on.
next door, right?
Yes.
Oh, great
Definitely
food at
bingo night
Hamburger
with
Mary's.
Drag.
I've
Can't
never
beat it.
been,
Oh,
and
it's
I
so
want.
Oh, it's amazing. It's
So good.
so fun. Yeah.
That's what you should do is a pub crawl of all those spots and then
Yeah,
do like the
We'll do a
Sandoval shame
comparison,
tour.
too.
Yeah.
That's when you knew
Sample
Lisa
shit.
when she was opening up Pump. Remember, you had to keep giving her all the certificates for the city. She suddenly got interested in being part of the city because she had to
Yeah.
open up a restaurant.
I
Yeah.
can
So
tell
it
you,
helped.
Lisa Vanderpump. I've spent time with her, and there was one time I was alone with her in a room, and nothing happened. Don't worry. But
It's like a mafia boss.
I could
Yes.
see,
Funny.
I could see something about the way she spoke. She was preoccupied, like she didn't really want to be there, and I can't blame her. I'm like, I know you're doing this for your name to be on a board of a city, but never came to another meeting again. I just had this feeling. I'm like, this chick does not want to be in this room, and I can't blame her. It's like it's a boring thing, and she got into a Bentley, and I never saw her again. But after that, she always sent money in and stuff, but never was like, oh, I'm not doing this. And then Pump came out, and I'm like, oh, you probably don't have time for these kind of shenanigans. You got these.
She's got
She had
places
two
to be.
shows at the time. She had Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and then
Ponies and
Vanderpump Rules. So
She's got to pump Ken Todd full of addies so he can come spill the
Right.
dirt on
well, now
Sandoval.
he's in Red Bull. I
She has
think.
her dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
does her husband get along with the other cast members?
He's barely conscious, to be honest.
He does whatever
Like,
she says to do.
Yes,
You
he was
knew
gonna narc.
Ken.
He
But
was
he's
gonna
so
knock.
nice and like
Yeah.
sweet to her
Yeah.
that he
that's all-
puts
yes.
up with everything that Lisa does. So hands down to Ken.
Oh, he
And
goes
wears
along with
matching
it.
suits with the dog.
He rolls with the
which we
flow,
love.
like
He
a.
just rolls in with Puffy and
Yeah.
Yeah. He's always carrying a
And
small dog.
Lisa is a mom too. She has 2 kids.
Yeah.
yes.
And
Before I know
yeah.
we're running out of time, but before we go, I want to hear all of your predictions on what's going to happen after this. What do you think?
By the way, this is Ariana's man. This is a much better picture, just in
Oh my
case
God, he's
you're just
hot.
wondering.
Looking.
That's
is
the
a
same
hot-
guy?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Fire.
So the predictions is she's moving on and she looks happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
he's
for her.
honored.
She's moving on.
Monica Lewinsky never got over it, and neither will Rachel Leviss.
Oh my God.
You know,
This has
and
been
I
a
really
hot
wanted
mess,
to
so she's
see that. Like,
dead.
I wanted to see maybe at the end of the season that we saw in that Scandoval episode that we saw some sort of like regret, but she's just smiles ear to ear through that. I wanted a little bit of a redemption arc. It wasn't going to bring me back. It
Right.
wasn't going to make me love them, but at least something to show a little bit of humanity. But they're both just what?
No.
Did you
It
see
didn't
what
happen.
Don't you
happened?
think that
though?
makes them more? It makes it worse when they're defensive. I mean, if you just owned it and was like, "I did it. I'm sorry. I'm terrible," but when they try to make excuses, you're like, "You're not going to dig your way out of this, man."
Yeah.
I want to see him kick Tom Sandoval's ass.
What?
I want to see Daniel Way kick Tom Sandoval's ass.
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does James get along? Did James get along with him before this happened, or were they always?
Oh,
Oh,
kinda-
yeah.
With
So
his
he would call
girlfriend.
James his little brother.
Yeah.
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 Really? So he really
Yeah.
screwed this up with his friends too.
And
Oh,
he's
yeah. Oh, my
lying
gosh.
James cried about it.
constantly about
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
He's saying that they talk once a month. And
Oh
like,
yeah, that they
Yeah.
weren't really
But
close.
did you see
Yeah.
Rachel's face when he said that, like, when Sheena was like, "Oh yeah," and there was a month where you guys were doing really good and you were super intimate, and he's obviously telling Rachel that he wasn't at all because her face like dropped, like
Yes.
that's
She
not
was-
what
But then
Wow.
that, yeah,
From
and
Flavor
she's
Yada
sitting
for
in
the
that
French
dumb
open.
trailer
Yeah.
because she got her restraining order against Shishu, and she's sitting in there just
that was
rolling her eyes, and I'm like, put your eyes back in your head and just sit there and stop cry. Can you pretend to cry? Can you put some like Visine in your eyes and like
I
just
agree.
squeeze one out for us? We
Yeah.
got nothing.
that whole.
They're saying she's autistic, is what they're starting to say
Oh,
about her.
come on.
That's why
No.
she doesn't
They're
have.
making up excuses.
That's
Yes.
degrading the people that really are.
And
If
her
she
passion.
really
Yeah.
is,
Moronic waffle twat is what she is.
if
She's
she
a
really is
waffle twat.
autistic, that's one thing. But if
She's
she's not, that's a terrible thing to.
She's a
Yeah, that's a
sociopath.
terrible excuse.
That's
They're
right.
Yeah.
just throwing shit at the wall
Yes,
to
it's
try
really
and
hard
get out
to-
of
It
this.
sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll be our show tonight. I want to thank you all, Nicole Golden, Nicole Gaspar, Heather Cyran, and Jessica. Is it Jessica Compton?
It's Jessica Trojan now.
Jessica
Compton's.
Trojan. Congratulations. And Jennifer for coming on. And I want to do this again when the story
next
develops.
week. There's two more reunions.
Yeah.
Ladies, would you like to come on 2 more times?
Yeah,
For the
Let's
next
do it.
2
We got you.
shows?
Dragon.
Now that
so
we're all
that-
besties.
Yeah.
And let's do the next one from Schwartz and Sandy's and see if we can get Tom Schwartz with us. I'll try to arrange that. Would you guys be
Stop.
willing to travel to Schwartz and
yes,
Sandy's?
yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it will be
Let's go to
awesome.
Schwartz and
Matt-
Sandy's.
My husband's a homebody. Honey, you could stay here. I'll go with them.
Yeah.
I think I'm bartending that night at Schwartz and Sandy's. I know all the gossip. No, I don't. I've
You'll
never
be
been.
dipping the corn dogs, the lobster, and the batter.
Oh,
Yeah.
that combination. I
They still
can't.
have a chef.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank
Yes,
We
you.
appreciate
And
it.
we'll see you all next week after the second part reunion.
Yeah.
So looking
Woohoo.
forward
So
to it.
everybody
Reunion
make sure
number
you
2.
watch it, and we will see you next time.